Hey everybody, it's Jasmine and I'm back to discuss Married at First Sight. I am super late and my cousin, she just got on my case and told me I need to do better with these late posts. But and I will. I will. I'm gonna get these on time. But I just want to talk about it. Y'all know the last week's episode, I did see it on that night, even though I'm just now posting it. And oh my God, okay, so yeah, I enjoyed it, okay. So they continue to they continue to show the couples getting married. So we saw Zach and Michaela, and we saw wasn't Gil and Mirla, and I hope I'm saying Mirla's name right. I don't know if it's Mirla or Merla. I have to do better with these names. I think it's Mirla. So yeah, we was able to see them get married, and so missing these weddings and kind of doing like a little recap, it gave me like a little recap just for a little bit of insight on who these people are, what they represent, for me to see if I think that they would be a good match and if they would last. And some of the things that I saw kind of confirmed what I kind of already figured, which we're still in the beginning stage, right? We haven't even seen them live together, see how they work together, right? We're just seeing the wedding part. So with that being said, okay, let's get into it. Episode 2, Married at First Sight. First, I just want to say this. There are two things that came to mind. First of all, I like to get like some valuable lessons, right? Valuable lessons out of the episodes that I see. The reason why is because, I'm single, right? Single. And although I am single, I do desire love and companionship, right? So one day, I would definitely love to be married. I want a husband. So I just enjoy watching Love at First Sight because of, the love factor. I just love love. And even though it's kind of scary, but I love it. And I love to see people in love. And so anyway, with that said, it's just kind of giving me insight on what marriage could be like, especially by me not being raised in a household with a mother and a father, right? My mom, she's single, so I just try to take some little lessons, some little nuggets here and there and put it in my back pocket because, it may come in handy one day. So with that being said, I got 2 lessons from the episode before we go into detail about it. One being just about visiting, what I want to call it, like visiting each other's world. Okay, so I get this idea from Bishop Jakes, who I love so dearly, right? I think he's a true man of God, and I'm not really big on like following a whole bunch of famous preachers because I have spiritual leaders in real life who I love, and everything like that, and I actually know them. But I love Bishop T.D. Jakes, and so I remember one thing he said about marriage. Well, he was actually talking about his marriage. So what he was saying was basically, just talking about himself and his wife and how they have different personalities. And, of course, he's a product of his family. She's a product of her family. So he is more of I'm loud, when me and my family get together, we loud, we fussing. It sounds like we're fussing, but we're not fussing. We just talk loud to each other. That's how we talk to each other. And which is something that I can relate to because both sides of my family are loud. And when we get together and, we could be debating about different topics, but it's all in fun. It's not serious. And we don't cross the line, but we just That's just how we talk to each other. We be like, girl, shut up. What you talking about? So basically, Bishop Jakes was saying, you know, his family is like that. And so he said his wife, Mrs. Jakes, First Lady Jakes, her family, they are more, you know, they like quiet. His wife like quiet. She likes to go home and sit in quiet, in silence, as opposed to him who, you know, himself, he like noise. He like, you know, music or things going on. And so what he was saying is, you know, he sometimes visit her world, the quiet, right? And he says, even though sometimes it drives him insane, he visits her world and then she visits his world. And so basically what I got out of that is, you know, when two people get married, these are two different worlds that come together. And in order for it to work, you have to visit each other's world. And all that is just simply appreciating what's different about your partner. And not only appreciating the differences, but just showing your appreciation for the differences by actually taking part in what it is that makes them different or what it is that they like. Okay, so that's one thing I got from that. I know that was long as heck, but I got that, visiting each other's world. Okay, and so number two, I got, what was my lesson? I wish I had some notes. Oh my God, I don't have my notes. My lesson was something like, it was, being able to yield or bend or compromise, you know. So, my uncle, who is also a pastor, and I love him so much. Hi, Pastor Owens. My pastor, right? He always says, you know, when in the early stages of his marriage, he was a fool because he had this mindset of roles and what a man do and what a woman do, and I'm the man and I call all the shots and stuff like that, right? He had that kind of mentality. And he always says, like, if it was not for my wife and the fact that she's just a patient person, I don't know if I would be married. Because if I married someone else, I probably wouldn't be married today. He says, because the way that he thought, you know, his way of thinking was just not right. And it wasn't a way of thinking that is really conducive to like a successful marriage, right? Because in a marriage, both people have to yield. And you have to make compromises in order for it to work. And one thing he always point out is you cannot have, anytime you have one person trying to dominate another person, you're going to have conflict. And that is something that is not healthy for a marriage. And so he was saying that he had to learn, over time, he learned how to, yield. He learned, well, you know what? My wife, she's good at this. And so what I need to do is let her take over this thing, whatever that is, money or whatever the case. And so, yeah, I know that was long too. So that was the second thing I got, the second lesson that I got from this episode was just, being able to yield, bend, or compromise, right? And or compromise. So with that being said, I want to talk about Gil and Mirla. I hope I'm saying her name right. So, we already got some insight from the matchmaking episodes about Mirla, well, all the couples. And so I kind of already had an idea of, Mirla's personality or, what her values are and everything like that. And so anyway, Mirla, during the wedding, she was kind of giving off signs that, you know, she may be materialistic, which is one thing that Gil seemed to not be very much fond of, because you guys know how, like, on the episodes, I'm on the episodes, but you know how when they are talking about what they want in a companion, right? And sometimes the camera will show, they would show like a clip of the person who they are paired with doing the total opposite of what they said they want, right? So Gil, I believe he was saying, you know, he not, basically he's not into all that materialistic things, whatever, and he may, you know, like to do a budget and everything, especially like if it's like a vacation, he want to be able to vacation, he might want to vacate on a, you know, on a budget or whatever. And then they show Myrla, she's demonstrating the total opposite of what it is he said he wants. And so Gil also had this conversation with his friends, you know. And so anyways, at the wedding, you know how the family give the description of your spouse, trying to kind of give you a little bit of insight of the personality, who they are, you know, and what, also like, you know, what you're getting. And so anyways, it just seemed like the clues was just saying she likes things and she may, you know, be materialistic. That in itself is not necessarily a bad thing. However, I see how it can be a problem. It's because, you know, listen, my concern about it was, okay, she likes things. People like things, but is she willing to at least let him like do it on a budget or whatever, or listen to how he would like to go about spending, right? And would she be willing to compromise and also, you know, or try a new way by her now being married? So my concern is, like, for her, it seemed like Myrla, she's set in her ways and she may not be willing to bend a little bit or to make adjustments. You know, when you get into a marriage, it's not about you anymore, right? So it's like you have to make adjustments to see what is going to work for the two of you. And so I just don't, right now, I don't really see that happening between the two of them, because I don't think that she is capable of that or willing. Let me just say that. I don't think she's willing to bend. And so I can see that as being a big challenge within their marriage, and one that could really determine the success of their marriage. So anyways, that was a concern. And then it's so funny because, like, as soon as she mentioned something like about some red bottoms, and they show the Gil's friends reaction, their reactions out in the audience, it is just so funny. They look like they're concerned. And then they showed a clip as well too, about where Myrla gets to talk to the friends, and I think the friends say something about her being materialistic, which I ain't gonna even judge that part right now because we haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what it is, but it seems like it's gonna be a little something, maybe a little shade or something like that going on there. But so I cannot wait until tomorrow to see episode 3. But yeah, so anyways, that's my take, I guess, on Miller's part. Now I also saw when they had the conversation together after the wedding, you know how they talk to each other and get, you know, acquainted with one another. And then so he was telling her how he liked pets, and she was like, You know, she had that little attitude like, pets, I don't really like dogs and then like that. And she was like, I ain't cleaning up after no dog. And so, like I say, that is just another example of how she probably is just not going to be willing to bend a little bit. Because I'm thinking like, girl, first of all, that is so small. Like, there are plenty of people who like pets. And like, even if you don't like pets, okay, your husband like pets. So y'all can work something out. Like, she just seemed like, no, I ain't going for it. I ain't cleaning up after no dog. But baby, the dog is gonna be in your house. So what, you gonna let your house be nasty? Yeah, you gonna clean up after the dog, you know. So anyways, my concern is not just with her, but with a lot of the couples, is that little small things like that will become a problem because they just aren't willing to make adjustments and to bend a little bit, you know, because these are small things, you know. And I think that it just seemed like a lot of the couples probably will just let small things get in the way of their progress, you know. But anyways, so I saw that as like, okay, that was a little crazy. But as for Gil, overall, I like him. I think that I haven't really seen, to be honest. Now, tell me if I'm wrong now. If you have some type of, I don't know, maybe like a red flag, or maybe not even a red flag, just like a little flaw. If you see it already in Gil, why don't you just comment and kind of let me know? Because I don't really see much. I think from what I'm seeing so far, he seemed like, you know, he's a nice guy, you know, good personality. Seems like he likes to have a good time. Seems like he is really, you know, he ready for a wife. And I think that she will really enjoy him, enjoy his company. He seemed like not only is he fun, he is fine. Okay, he's a nice looking man, and also, you know, seemed like he just got his junk together, you know. And I'm sure he got flaws because everybody do, but we hadn't seen those yet. And so, anyways, like, I look forward to getting to know this couple, and I really hope that at least Mila is able to bend a little bit, you know, and make the proper adjustments with her husband to make this thing here work. She gonna have to get out from, you know, she gonna have to get outside of herself, because, you know, she's in a marriage now. And so whatever, I wish them the best, you know. And now that we off of Gil and Mila, let's talk about Zach and Michaela. Let me tell you, first of all, I could not stop smiling. And let me tell you, I don't do that, okay? They got them. It's something, I don't know what it is, but it's just something about them that made me smile from ear to ear. I was sitting up there just watching the TV, cheesing the whole time like this. I'm just smiling. I don't know what it is. It could be Michaela's smile, because she has a contagious smile. I think she's beautiful. I think Zach is fine, okay? Nice chocolate. Just, he's so handsome. He really is. And, but anyways, I just have a good feeling. This feeling could be wrong. I don't think it is, though, but it could be wrong. But I just have a good feeling about them, and I think that they're going to be all right. So as far as Michaela, now her family has even, you know, expressed that she is stubborn. Okay, so we know that's her little flaw. Does that necessarily mean that that's trouble for the marriage? Not necessarily, because it just indicates a flaw that, you know, a flaw, which everybody got. We all got something. But do I think that she has the maturity to, you know, do whatever is necessary to make things work? Yes, I do. So even though she's stubborn, I think she is mature enough to, you know, fall back, or to, you know, to make compromises, or to, you know, say if she's wrong, she can say I'm wrong. I just kind of see that, you know. And so I think that that's not, that is a concern, because yeah, it's a flaw, but I don't think it's a red flag per se, if that makes sense. So, but anyway, I love her personality, okay? Michaela is wonderful to me. I don't know why. I just love her personality. She know how to have a good time. She doesn't care if what anybody got to say. You know, like, I am that girl. When I go out, I'm having a party. If I'm going, I went to a concert with my cousins and my sister, and baby, I was up the whole time, okay? And it's funny because people took notice of me and I didn't even realize it. I like to have, so I relate to Michaela. I love her personality. She's the life of the party. And she don't care who looking at her. And I love that because, like, if you guys didn't see the pre-shows, or well, was it the pre-show? I think it was before episode 1, but it was where they made, was it? I can't remember. But anyway, they were showing the girls at the bachelorette party. And Michaela was the one that was really, like, just enjoying herself. And some of the girls, like Mirla, they were kind of, you know, side-eyeing, like, I'm not doing all that now. I'm not having fun. Mirla was like, no, I just want to be married. You know, and it's a bachelorette party. And she may have said something along the lines, like, Mirla that is, she might have said something along the lines like, this is not what I had in mind. I wanted something a little bit more classier, but there's nothing classy about a bachelorette party, you know. It's get loose, have a good time type of atmosphere or whatever. She should have got a bridal shower because that's what she was looking for. But that was a bachelorette. And Michaela brought it. She knew how to have a good time. I also enjoyed Bao, because Bao, she got on the bull and rode the bull, you know. So I think, anyway, overall, Michaela probably, hands down, has the best personality. Ain't no probably, yup, hands down, she got the best personality. And I like Zach. Oh, let's not get it twisted. She's educated. She's a career woman. She got it all together. And I think that she matched Zach's description of what he's looking for pretty well. And so for Zach, I ain't gonna lie, like my initial concern with him was, okay, because he was talking about his family in a way as if they, you know, they value education or career or whatever. They are, perhaps they value artistic expression or music or whatever, you know. And then all of those are wonderful things. But my concern was like, okay, so are they going to be like too bougie? And with Michaela's personality, I was scared, like, okay, will they be accepting of her and her big personality, or are they the type that think they're a little bit too better than everybody? Now, they didn't necessarily give me that, but just from thinking about the credentials based off of how Zach described them, you know, just with blind eyes, you would consider that, right? And so that was a thought for me. But then, you know, when they showed his parents and everything, and I don't think that that's the case. I think that they are wonderful people. And it's a good thing, you know, that they are good examples to Zach. He was able to see what it is to have a healthy, loving marriage, you know. And so to be able to live in that type of household and have that kind of environment, that's a good thing, and that could work. That could be a benefit for him, you know, as a new husband. And so, anyways, I like Zach. He calls himself the Renaissance Man or something. Or I don't know if he called himself, but I think he says that maybe that's what people refer to him as. I don't know, but they calling him the Renaissance Man. And I like him. Handsome, smart. He seems, like he doesn't have as big of a personality as Michaela. He seems like he may be a little bit laid back. And I think that that's a good thing, because I think, a lot of times opposites do attract, and sometimes you may need something that's opposite of you. So Michaela may need someone calm like him, and it kind of, I don't know, level the playing field, I guess, sort of saying. So I like that, but because to me, it seemed like he brings this calm experience, but then he still allow her to be herself. So I think he likes her person, her big personality. Because my concern was, is it gonna be too much? Is he gonna be able to handle her? I think he absolutely can handle her. I think he's just calm, and just because his personality is not as big as hers, I definitely think that he can handle that personality, and I think he liked that personality. And so I am excited for them. I could not stop smiling. I just couldn't. I don't know. It's just something good that's coming from this. I don't know. It's just a feeling that I have. But we shall see. I don't know. We shall see. Like they say on the 5 Heartbeats, we shall see. But anyways, I guess that's all I have to say. Do I have any concerns? I said Michaela, her family was saying how she's stubborn or whatever. I mean, it's a flaw, not necessarily a concern or something that, a red flag per se. I think, like I said, I think she has the maturity level. I think she has the character to be able to overcome that. Or they can work through that. That's nothing. As far as Zach is concerned, he young. But he not that young. So that's not really a concern either. I think it may be like a 3-year difference between them. I think, yeah. She's like 30. I think he's like 27. And you could tell, like, cause like after the wedding, when they were chatting with each other or whatever, getting acquainted, they were talking about age, and she seemed to be getting a little bit worried when she was asking him his age, and she was like, "You're 30," and he was like, "No." So she was like, she was guessing, and she was getting a little weird. She was like, "What? You're younger?" And so she was like, 27. Cause she was like, "This is it now. You can't be no younger than this." And he was like, telling her, "Yeah, you're right. I'm 27 years old." So anyway, it's not bad. It's just a 3-year difference. But me personally, honey, I get a little, I don't know. I'm a little unsure about men in their 20s getting married. But just because you're a young man doesn't mean you're not ready for marriage. It's just that, from what I've seen, not many. That's if you are, that's the exception and not the rule. That's just, from what I've seen. But I really do think that just by him having that strong example with his parents, and I think, he's a family person, a family-oriented person, and it just seemed like he really, really, really want marriage. Because did y'all see him cry? First, okay, I was about to get a little bit concerned, because I'm like, okay, he is really crying. And I didn't know if he was nervous or happy or both at the same time, but he seemed like he was really grateful to be in this position, to have his wife, because perhaps it's something that he have wanted for a long time, and he finally get it. And so I kind of thought it was endearing. Or is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I guess. I thought it was yeah, I guess endearing or whatever, that he cried, and that he was ready and just grateful to finally, see the day where, he become a husband. He has this wife, he have his wife or whatever. But now I think the judges had previously said something about him saying that a wife would complete him. I don't remember ever hearing that, but they were saying that that is a concern. And then if that is true, then yes, that is a concern, because like, your wife will complete you. That sound like something good. It sound good because it's something that people say, but nah, baby. Another person, I don't believe that another person completes you, but that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, because I think that, marriage is two whole people joining together. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I don't really know of any real concerns, no red flags at least, pertaining to Zach. But I did hear that. And so anyways, they're my favorite couple already, and I ain't even seen much. I just saw the wedding, and I'm smiling from ear to ear. I look forward to seeing the next episode. And yeah, you guys please tune in again next week. Give me some feedback, if you will, constructive criticism. And I'm going to do better with just posting these reviews in a timely manner. Okay, so let me try to get it in. Let me tell y'all, I got children. I'm a mother of 2. I'm a mother. I don't know what just happened. I think my phone going dead. I'm a mom of 2, and it gets a little busy, right? Like, they're finna come down here right now and make some noise. And so, I get caught up. But I will do better, because this is a new thing that I'm doing. And man, yeah, so I'll do better. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing the next episode, and I'm sure you guys do too. So put your comments below, and please, 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 please subscribe to my page. Stick with me, okay? And yeah, so thank y'all again. Goodbye.